Hey guys, my name is Caroline Pearce, and I am the middle school girls director at the West Campus. Shout out Westies. I'm here to go through your last parable, the fifth parable of the week, and it's a really popular one. It's called the parable of the prodigal son, or the lost son. And so, really common, you've probably heard it. It's in Luke chapter 15, verses 11 through 32. Hopefully you've read it. I'm just going to give you a little overview and then talk about it a little bit. So, what happens in this parable is that there's a son. He goes to his father, basically says, Dad, don't really care about you. I care about what you have to give me. So please go ahead and give me the money that I'm going to get one day when you die. And so the father says, okay, I'll go ahead and give it to you. He does. The son takes it, wastes it all. He leaves his father, leaves his household. He wastes it on prostitutes, drugs, basically anything that we can think of that is a bad way to spend your money. So after he uses it all, he's out on his own. He's alone. He's got nowhere to go. He's got no food. And he is thinking, and he's like, okay, my dad has servants. So maybe if I go home to my dad, he'll at least let me be one of his servants. And so he makes a decision to go home. And when he gets home, his dad says, you are not a servant. You are my son. Even after all you've done, I'm going to throw you the biggest party. I'm going to welcome you home, and I'm welcome you back into this family. And so he does. And of course, we know that this is what the Lord does for us. That no matter what we've done, no matter the decisions we've made or how long we've walked away from him, the Lord welcomes us back. He says, you are my son, you are my daughter. I will throw the biggest party for you, and I will accept you with open arms. But I want us to look at a really specific part of this story. It's verse 16, and it says, it's talking about the son. It says, he was longing to be fed with the pods that the pigs ate, and no one gave him anything. Did you ever have like dog food when you were little? Like your brother or sister dares you to eat dog food? Or have you ever smelled the canned cat food? It's so disgusting, it's awful. It says in here that he was longing to eat pig food. Now, I don't know what pig food is exactly, but it's got to be way worse than dog or cat food. So he was longing to eat pig food. And I think this is because he had forgotten his identity. He forgot, I am a son of my father. He thought, I am this person that's done all these bad things. I am an outcast. Maybe I could be a servant. Because he forgot his identity, the best thing that he thought he had was pig food. And we live like that a lot. We forget that we're a son and a daughter of the king. And so we think the best thing that we could possibly have is good grades, or we're the captain of the team. We think that that's the best thing possible. Now, those things aren't bad. Those things are good to want. Those things are good to work for. But they are not the best possible thing. We have an identity as a son and a daughter of the king. And because of that, we can long for a peace that surpasses understanding, a joy that doesn't change no matter the situation. We can have strength that doesn't come from ourselves, but comes from the Lord. We have these amazing things to long for, and we have a God who's opening his arms and saying, come get these things. And so this is a very personal story. It's a very personal thing to realize, man, I'm longing for things that I think will bring peace and joy and strength and identity, but they won't. And so I want the ones and the things that come from the Father. And so instead of talking to you through Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, I want you to talk to your youth pastor, your girls director. I want you to text him and say, hey, Caroline was talking about thinking that these other things are the best thing in life, and that actually because of my identity, joy, peace, strength, those are the best things in life. And I want to seek after those. I want to spend the next 2 weeks off of school, however long we are at home with our families, with extra free time. I want to spend those weeks learning how to pursue the things that I am actually worthy of because of Jesus. I want to realize that my identity is a son or a daughter of the best Father who offers the best things, and I want to live a bigger life. I don't want my purpose to be something that will end when this world ends. I don't want to chase after pig food. I don't want to long for something that is actually not even close to what God says I can long for. And so I want you to reach out, text your small group leader, text your girls director, your middle school pastor, and say, man, can you help me learn more about how this story, this parable relates to my life, and more about how I can include in my life what Caroline was talking about? So that's my challenge for you. Reach out. Thank y'all for going through these parables with us. Continue to check them out. We're going to keep doing devotions, keep doing fun things. We'll see you back here at 2 p.m. for a little fun video that I think you're going to like. Love you guys.